Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another episode of You Hate to See It, where we talk about all the shows you love and hate to see. As always, I'm KP, and I'm joined by my very special co-host, D Wild, the master of hate, chief hater. What's up, brother?
What's up, man? Master of hate, man. Master of fate. I'm inevitable. That's all I gotta say.
I'm joined by the one and only Magic Man, Mikey Dons. What's up, dog?
What's up, everybody? Glad to be here.
It's glad to have Mike back. Last two pods it's just been me and Dante holding it down. Mike been holding it down with the lore dumps on the IG, but it's good to have you back, bro.
Good to be. Hey, whenever I could talk Thrones, just get these bars off, it's always gonna be a good day, man.
Hey, man, KP needed some help, bro. He had to call in reinforcements because he was out here getting cooked on the ISO.
Chill, man. Not even close. This nigga was hating.
He's out here getting cooked. Exactly. Got nothing for it. I was out here getting cooked, bro.
This nigga was hating on the only thing we love.
He on the island couldn't take it.
But it's good to be back talking about another episode of Thrones, man. House of the Dragon. But before we get started, y'all go follow us on Instagram, like and subscribe on YouTube, all that good stuff. Because we really doing this thing. We dropping content for you. Mikey got the lore dumps. We got polls on the IG story. We posting the news. We getting all that shit, man. So yeah, go ahead and do all that following, liking, and subscribing, and you'll be better for it.
Now too, I was like, we got more TV and stuff coming. We still got the Bear coming. Boys almost wrapping up their season, man. So we're gonna come through with that. Twister coming out next month. A Gladiator 2. A movie of the year. Dune ain't already come out, bro.
Hey, and let me not even mention it. Captain America, that trailer looks straight.
Hey, front row to hate, bruh.
Hey, Deadpool versus Wolverine. Damn, we really got a busy couple weeks.
Deadpool versus Wolverine.
That'll be good.
One Sony though. I'm calling it Deadpool. Really Sony though. So
I guess it's Marvel.
Marvel, I guess.
This nigga gotta hate.
Captain America, bro. After we saw
this nigga really just gotta hate on something.
After I saw that season of Uncle Sam, bro, I was like, oh, brother, get me off of this shit.
Uncle Sam is crazy.
Fucking Captain America Falcon, bro. Captain Falcon ass nigga. Like, come on, get out of here, bro.
No, Uncle Sam was crazy. That was crazy.
I forgot how bad that show was. Yeah.
Hey. But we're not talking about a bad show today. We're talking about an amazing show, an excellent show. We're talking about House of the Dragon.
Yes.
Episode 5. It was called Regent. I wonder why. But let's just go around and get general thoughts on episode 5. And now that we're past the halfway point of the season, how are we feeling about Hot D 5 episodes into season 2?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's just, I think people are just grasping with what happened last episode. Like we were kind of left with some heavy shit. Like, right, Rhaenys falling out of the sky. We don't know whether or not Aegon is dead or alive. I mean, spoiler alert, we found out he is in fact alive, barely, but alive. So it's a very heavy, like just grim episode. And I fuck with that. Like I kind of fuck with that pretty heavy. Like I ain't got a ton to hate on this one, man. It's just
okay.
The rookies came up, bruh, and rookies came in off the bench, bruh, and said, "Hold my beer, bruh." That was my impression of this episode, bruh. They was like, "Let us cook. Y'all old niggas are past your time, bruh. The Knights of Summer trying to step up, man."
Okay. What you think, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, I would say we're like halfway through the season at this point. It's hard for me to judge at the moment. I'm going to need I got to see how it ends just to see how I'm going to rate the season. But I mean, I've enjoyed it. I feel like this season we've gotten a lot more of the exposition that we were talking about. This past episode, I thought we got some good dialogue finally back. I mean, people were talking about they want to see like people playing the game. They want to like feel chills and shit. So I feel like at least this last episode we got some of that. I know, but I feel like from what I'm gathering online, the fandom split. I feel like half and half. Like a lot of people are upset that the show's taking so many liberties with like how they're doing Rhaenyra and Allison, and then other half are just like, they got no issues. So I gotta wait to the end of the season until I give it a fair judgment.
Okay, interesting. I mean,
I enjoyed it so far. I enjoyed it. I'm one of the people that enjoyed it.
okay, good, because I was about to fire off. But I mean, I haven't really been seeing much of the online conversation, but I will say that this episode, I mean, as great as last episode was, episode 4, man, I thought this one was even better, man. I thought this was like.
I disrespectfully disagree.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. This is classic Thrones. Okay, we're gonna show you some crazy shit, and then we debrief the next episode.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
we stretch our legs a little bit, and then we really get into the nitty gritty. We had, like you said, we had some new people stepping up, some rookies stepping up to the plate. I've been waiting on Jace to kind of make his presence felt in this season.
finally.
Ayla is already, she's been been chomping at the bit, and she came through with some bars this episode, and the writing was really good. Damon, give or take on the Damon and Harrenhal situation, but I thought it was good this week.
Hey,
Even though
Harrenhal, brother, please.
Good.
I do agree with that, but
Please.
I see what they're doing. We can get to it a little bit later, but like how they kind of are putting Damon and Aemon like against each other, kind of going through the same shit, but in different ways. I can really dig it. But yeah, let's get right into it, man. So we start off with Kristen Cole, of course. Actually, you know what? When I knew this episode was fire, is when we opened up on motherfuckers just picking up fruit on the side of the road in King's Landing.
That shit was nasty as fuck too.
That fucking moldy ass fruit.
I was like, damn, that blockade working good as fuck, ain't it?
Yeah, I was like, that shit felt like, goddamn, those scenes where you just be in like a busy town square in Bravos or something, and like we're about to go hang out with heirs and shit. I was like, okay, they setting the scene, they showing us some poor niggas, this is what I fuck with. Did they bring?
Hey, they've been showing a lot of the small folk this season, bro. Hey, man,
people want to see small folk.
This is a normally fuck them peasants podcast, but hey, peasants been getting some good screen time. I'll say that.
Yes, sir. We taking auditions for that new Braun. We need that.
What is that nigga's name? The blacksmith? He is not it.
That nigga too sad.
Exactly. I was like, Braun's supposed to be funny. I was like, I ain't laughed once. Like, come on, bro.
Because the shit ain't funny.
Niggas just starving. Like, damn, bro, get your dick wet or something. Goddamn. Something.
Funny. Yeah, so Cole is bringing the head of Melees back through the city, which, okay, weird flex, bro.
Weird flex.
Yeah, man, whatever.
Like, what was that? Gwaine Hightower kind of gave him another slick comment. And he was like, if you could call this a victory.
Yeah.
Like, don't they know we won? He was like, if you could call it that, we lost the fucking dragon. Nigga, and the king is damn near,
Damn.
Yeah, like how I read it was, I thought they were like towing the dragon head just to distract from the fact that they had Aegon in that box. Like everybody looking at the dragon head, ain't nobody gonna worry about the king.
I don't think anyone noticed Aegon was in that box. It was more so just for a show of power. Like, yeah, look at what we did, all this bullshit. But it reminiscently reminded me of the Red Wedding when they had Rob's direwolf on his head parading him around. It didn't hit like that. But like I was like, man, that's some crazy shit. You heard the small folk like, Rhaenyra will answer for this, or she'll, you know what I mean. So
this is a bad omen.
Yeah, this is a bad omen.
Yeah, that's just interesting how they try to make like the small folk obviously have a big role to play in this story, but like they're really kind of like pounding it into our heads that hey, the small folk are important, like the people matter. So very interesting, kind of a modern choice, but I dig it. Yeah. One thing I was really excited about
seeing Melees' head, and they got the flies flying around it. Like it looked just utterly gross.
Terrible.
Speaking of utterly gross, great segue. One of the things I was really looking forward to this episode was Aegon's armor being melted into his skin, because that's like one of the like really descriptive parts of the book where it's like how bad he got fucked up. They said his armor was like fused into his skin, and I guess they did Valyrian steel armor in the show, so it's a little different. But that shit still is very nasty, and
Yeah.
that was like pure Jorah grayscale removal vibe.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the Conqueror's armor too that he had
Yeah.
on?
It
That's
was
crazy.
Conqueror.
He really fucked that shit up.
Like if you I watched the like, you know, how the house that dragons built after, and they talk about how like Valyrian steel is supposed to be like, you know, fire resistant, fireproof in a sense. So that's the only reason why like all the other armor just fucking melts off you. This one doesn't actually melt. It kind of like fuses with his skin, and so it was like a lot worse because it's like searing into his skin. So he's getting like cooked from the inside of the armor because the armor is not actually melting.
I guarantee you, because in the books, I know it's different that it was Melees who was the one who burnt up Aegon, right? Mm-hmm. So what I'm curious, I bet you anything. I probably could be wrong, but I guarantee you Aegon's going to have like amnesia or some bullshit. Like whenever he wakes up, it was like, so what happened? Because I want to know like how are they gonna handle that? Like, bro, Aemon literally just tried to usurp the throne in front of your whole army, and like it's pretty clear, you know what I mean? So I'm curious to see how they handle that.
Yeah, I'm excited to see if Aegon mentions it.
Ain't nobody gonna try him. That nigga got the biggest dragon. I was like, he's their literal most important asset in this war. He's fine with the sword, and he got the biggest dragon. Like they can't try him for Aegon. Like, come on, man. Don't nobody give a fuck about that imbecile.
Okay,
like, he fell hundreds of feet. He should have fucking brain damage. Nigga shouldn't be alive.
He is the king.
It looks like dragons explode when they fucking crash land. Like Peace exploded, Sunfire exploded. That nigga should be cooked. Like barbecue chicken cooked.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting to kind of see how that unfolds, and maybe Aemon threatens him, I guess, or I don't know.
Like he could defend himself. Aemon could just kill him in his sleep and really get the job done. It's like he's next in line. It seems like. So it's, I don't know, but we did see, you know, spoiler alert, at the end of the episode, he kind of wakes up and it's like, mommy, you know?
Yeah. I felt that. I was like, damn, this nigga.
He's like really alone.
Alone as fuck. No wine.
Man, maybe he should have talked to Helena a little bit more and stopped being such a dickhead to her. Maybe he was out here raping servants. You know, people would give a shit about him.
Fair points. Fair points. All right, so at the small council meeting, I knew Allison was gonna do this dumb shit, but I was cringing before she did it, and she's like, "Hey, you guys should let me rule as regent." I could just hear the old brother from my guy from Iron Rod and Lannister, but that was
Jason.
She instantly realized I'm legit fighting a system that is meant to keep me oppressed. You know?
Like, even Cole wasn't fucking with her. Like,
hell no.
Attacked the fucking court. She calls out to Larys and Nicole and still got nobody on her side, bro. Like she picked, they're supposed to be her allies, quote unquote, and they can't even back her up. And then Iron Rod just straight up says it. He was like, bro, like we are literally going to war and put a man in place because we didn't want a woman in power. Why the fuck would we put a woman in power? Like,
well, I'm expecting more from Allison's character this season. I feel like she's kind of just been reserved to like, I don't know, like Dowager Queen, when I feel like she's just more than that. You know what I mean?
That's what she is. No, play stupid games, get stupid prizes, bruh. She went over here and she went around and fucking, you know, put Aegon in power, like literally usurped the throne so a woman couldn't be in a position of power, and then expected her as a woman to stay in power. Like, no, that's not how that shit works.
Hey, I think on the flip side,
support the system and then expect the system to be immune to you.
On the flip side, I think the same thing is happening to Rhaenyra in her court. You know, so it's crazy how they're really in the same kind of position. Rhaenyra is like, she obviously has more of a voice at court, but I mean, she still can't do shit. She's talking to Jace about how, oh, I wish I could go fly off on the dragon and do this and do that, but you can't because
You
you're the
literally can't.
yeah.
That makes sense. You need to stay because we're fighting for you.
She gonna have to get busy at some point though.
She
Like
needs to be the last person to get
she has
busy.
one of the biggest dragons. Like obviously she's gonna have to get busy at some point. But yeah, I mean, it is like they obviously can't kick her out the council, but they are very much talking around her and like not really valuing her opinion. So I mean, that's a thing in itself. I think at some point Rhaenyra is just gonna have to, hey, for lack of a better
Well,
term, lay meat on the table, bruh. She's just gonna have to big dick them and be like, "Look, I'm doing this. I'm the queen." Like you, there's no. I think right. We say that rulers have to have a healthy amount of fear,
Mm-hmm.
or like respect, or just seen as strength. Right? Viserys never had that, so he was walked all over, and now Rhaenyra is realizing that without Damon, she don't have that, and she even straight up said like I've relied on Damon too long for strength, so she gotta figure out how she can gain it herself.
It
Yeah.
just feels like I feel like going into the season, they were pitting these two queens essentially against each other, and they've reserved Allison to kind of the sidelines and to her just kind of moping around like, oh no, wishing I no like thinking hindsight's 2020. It's like, all right, if you're gonna be a major cog in the taking of the throne, then be about that business. Like, don't just be upset. Like, I think to a point, like she got to show that dog in it. You know what I mean? Like
For what?
Cersei, like Cersei ain't letting this happen regardless. You know what
Hey,
I mean?
what,
If she's doing
what's
it.
Allison gonna do? That's my question. What's she gonna do?
Yeah, I think Rhaenyra got some
They
cards to
didn't
play
show
with
me
the
that she's
dragon. She's
spoken enough to plot and scheme and stuff. That's the thing. Like, we haven't even seen that out of her. All we've seen is really just her make a mistake or seen that she's making a mistake that she heard Viserys from. Like, at least we got like plots and schemes and shit out of Cersei when she was on the show.
Yeah, yeah. Allison's got to find her medal. She's a little aimless right now.
Right.
I mean, but she's been just kind of let down by everyone. Like even the people, like we said, the people she thought that were in her corner or she had relationships with, Larys and Cole. They're like, yeah, we giving the war to the dragons now. We need to have a dragon rider lead us, which makes a lot of sense. I mean, Aemon One Eye, he's really in his villain era right now, and so he takes over the small council and he starts cooking. Hey, nigga commanded the room. What can you say?
hey, immediately Nick got presents, bruh.
You got 10,000 aura points just off the region.
Literally off the strength, and he said, "Cut down the fucking rat catchers." I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh yeah, I forgot the niggas still hanging."
No, they very much showed the niggas up there like skull and bones. That shit look like pirate shit.
Decomposing. Like, come on, bruh. One conversation with Helena, and you could have pointed out which rat catcher it was for the record.
Aegon
is so cooked. So fucking cooked.
Yeah, but
Literally,
they need to be afraid of Aemon One Eye because he is not soft. That's like, and he is not, like we just saw him willing to burn his brother alive to get what he wants. So
yeah. All right, so let's go to his foil character out in Harrenhal. Damon and Harrenhal, man. It seems like patience is wearing thin. How are y'all feeling about this side mission for Damon?
I don't mind it. I mean, he's. I wish he was doing more stuff, but I think they're obviously using this Harrenhal thing to kind of set up, like you were saying earlier, his arc for maybe the finale. How many seasons is this going to be? 4?
I think 4.
Yeah, I think 4.
I don't want to say anything.
Either 3 or
I know a little bit more about what is going to happen to Damon. So I don't want to say too much to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, don't spoil it. But I mean, I think what, like, I don't give a fuck about Harrenhal. I'm here to double down on that shit. Get me the fuck out of this piece of shit ass castle, bruh. I don't give a fuck that this nigga is chopping wood and catching blisters.
Hey, they really trying to rebuild this shit though. Like,
yeah, they're like, come on, nigga. Like, this shit was burnt to the ground. Like, y'all think you about to speed run or rebuild a Harrenhal? Like, bruh, this shit, like, come on, bruh. Don't nobody get the fuck.
Not enough resources.
Literally get the fuck out of Harrenhal, bruh. Like, pick somewhere else. Like, come on.
Hey, it's a bit of a mess in the Riverlands right now. Even aside from Damon having his visions and shit, and I guess we could talk about the visions if y'all want to this time or not. They're pretty nasty.
Fuck them visions, bruh. I said that last time, and then they came back. At least they didn't give me 3 of them in one ep, bruh. But
hey, shit, nigga was fucking his mom. That's the
that was wild. And then you just see, and then he came up and he had blood on his mouth. I was like, that's a nasty nig right there. What they say, he a 69 god.
Yeah. Damon a fan. Freaky. Damn, yeah.
Because I was trying to realize, I was like, who is that? That's not Rhaenyra, like midway through. And then at the end, I was like, hold up, is that Allison?
So is that where we draw the line in Game of Thrones?
Yes.
Mother-son relationships? That's
the line. Being a literal motherfucker, I think, is the
not brother and sister fucking, not.
We're with sister fucking, uncle fucking, cousin fucking, like we can look past all of that. But mother and son fucking is hard. That we have to draw the line somewhere and plant a flag somewhere, and that is where we do it. Because that is
I'm with Mike on this one, man. It's just
hey, man.
Charge it to the game, man.
But nah, bro.
It's not like he really did it. It's a vision.
This is a vision. This dude was hallucinating. Brothers and sisters have sex in the show.
Blame it on the water.
You can't be doing that. He was in the middle of dinner talking about, like, watching that, bruh. Nigga had a wet dream in the middle of dinner and says, yeah, I can't eat this goat, bruh. No more. Like, come on, bruh.
Yeah, that shit was freaked out. But okay, yeah, let's stay in the Riverlands for a little bit because there's low key a storm brewing in the Riverlands as per usual. But
classic Riverlands.
We start off with a little Bracken Blackwood action, and Damon is trying to convince the Brackens to bend the knee. And he says, basically, submit or die. And they was like, okay, fuck it, kill us then. And we get this really cool shot.
I was getting real northern vibes from the Riverlords, man.
Yeah,
Riverlords ain't fucking around with that fucker.
Yeah, I ain't Riverlord with that shit.
I'll be the Lord of Cinders and Ash before I fucking side with what did he say? Before I side with a Blackwood cunt or some shit. I was like, damn, that nigga was really about that.
Yeah. So we see Damon trying to use these Targaryen tactics, these city watch tactics to try to win over the Riverlands, and it's not quite working like he expected. Everything Damon's kind of touching is turning to shit right now. But luckily, Big Jace came through to save the day in the Riverlands. We get to go to the Twins. He meets up with the Freys. What was it like being back at the Twins, man? I just wanted to say fuck these Freys as soon as I see them.
When I first saw him, I was like, damn, your line still ain't ended yet. But yeah, I mean, the Twins, hey, it's kind of a fire castle. I respect the game they got going there, the racket they're running.
Yeah.
But
then
go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, I think we got mention of the Starks coming to use the bridge. Obviously, that brings back bad memories. But I mean, if the Starks are headed to the Riverlands, and we got Brackens and Blackwoods going crazy, we got the Riverlords not siding with Damon because the Blackwoods are doing way too much, raping and pillaging, kind of like the mountain vibes. Just going through the countryside.
They stealing kids, stealing wives, burning religious sites. I was like, damn, nigga. I was like, damn. They was like, we understand war. This is not war. This is just fucking cruelty. And that's doing a little too much. So I think he shot himself in the foot because now he done, over there trying to get the Brackens and the Blackwoods. He lost every other River Lord in the entire, kingdom. They're all like fuck that. Like, no
Yeah.
matter what Grover Tully's comatose ass says, we're not supporting you, right? So he literally pushed people to the greens. And then, Jace comes in and saves the day. That bridge, fire-ass bridge. Like, when they do the full pan out or whatever, I was like, damn, that's a nice-ass bridge. I can't, like, Golden Gate Bridge type vibes. Like, that is an iconic looking bridge. Very
yeah,
cool.
I was like, dang, the phrase, man. Like, I thought y'all was poor. I thought y'all was some broke ass niggas.
That's
but
what I'm
this shit
saying.
look
I was
nice.
like, why your castle look this nice? I think, but your face looks so bad. Like,
I feel like Slick Jace finessed the phrase on that because, like, first of all, why do these River Lords want Harrenhal?
Because it's huge.
It's huge, but what are you getting?
Hey, Mike, I got something for you. They'll do anything for clout. Everybody
the kingdoms, but like
it's real estate, man.
You want a haunted castle? By all means, take it. It's yours. No one else wants this shit.
Hey, if somebody offer you Wyoming, you taking it? I mean, shit, it's land.
What are we talking about here?
We gotta at least, hey, bro. That's disrespectful to Wyoming. We gotta call that shit like Oklahoma it's like tornado and thunderstorms is horrible real estate.
Bro, you taking an extra castle, bro. Come on, bro.
I'm not taking. You're not taking Harrenhal either.
Bro, what? I can flip it.
No one can afford this castle. It's been in ruins since it was built. It's never looked good. You can't there. You got no roof.
Littlefinger flipped it for the Vale.
Literally flipped it for the Vale. That is crazy.
What do you mean? It's always been in ruins.
That's actually
you got Lord of Harrenhal.
The Vale is so because we see the Vale this ep too, and we pull up, and I was like, "Damn, the Bloody Gates is also the scenery in this." Yeah, we got some amazing stills in this. The Bloody Gates being just two massive gates in between a mountain. I was like, "Damn, that bitch really is impregnable." Like,
They just stand up there on that ledge and just fire down on you.
Fire arrows, throw rocks, whatever. Like, literally, if there weren't dragons, like, nothing could fuck with the Vale, honestly.
But yeah, man, to the right nigga, Harrenhal is a come up, Mike. Come on, man.
No, it's literally not. Because Run is the Lord of the Riverlands.
I'm saying, but you still want some extra land. You can kind of.
I got a fucking gigantic. Lord Tully's getting all the bread from the Harrenhal lands.
Hey, I can fix it. I can fix it.
Whatever. You take it. I'll take it.
People are buying low. Everybody thinks they can fix it, right? It's basically like them drafting Ben Simmons. They see that. They see the idea of an NBA All-Star, right? And everybody thinks, all right, like if you look at it like this, right?
Literally every house that's owned Harrenhal has died. They no longer exist. Take it. You can have it.
Hey, I'm saying that's what Jace knows, and that's why he's like.
That's why I say he finessed these guys. Like, go ahead.
I need more than just a fucking crossing for that, though. And they were like, "What you gonna need?" He was like, "Bent knees." I was like, "Mic drop." Nice.
He said that shit sassy as fuck.
That's sassy as hell, bro. Come on, man.
It worked.
With Jason Clark.
Jason Clark.
Yes. But all right, so just to end on this Riverlands note, we hear about a bunch of armies mobilized, and we hear the Lannisters are coming in from the west. We hear something about high towers. We hear the Starks need to use the bridge. We hear about the Vale.
They're supposed to be sending 15,000 troops. I said, God damn, that's the whole army, ain't that shit? I was like, Stark sending two, and the Vale sending 15, and you couldn't send them a real dragon? I was like, come on.
You got to make it work.
You better accept them. You better accept them two. You better accept them two small ass dragons. Nigga. We seen what they did to Marine or whatever.
Man, the Vale gonna be fine. Literally, no.
I told y'all niggas, I was like, Jane Eyre was not about to be happy. She was like, bitch, I got dogs bigger than these dragons. What the fuck? Like, Bela's over there. Well, she more than delivered. She sent you two. Like, come on now, let's be serious here, bro.
Okay, so yeah, let's talk about the rookies that got a little bit of minutes today. So Reyna, I was surprised to go back to the Vale. To be honest, I thought they had just basically written Reyna out of the show. But hey, I was glad to see her. I was glad to see her. Keep collecting them checks, sister.
Hey, Phoebe Campbell.
Hey, that throne check doesn't always last, so take advantage of it.
Y'all are hell, man. I told y'all the Vale was gonna be important, and I told you Jane Eyre was not gonna look, bro. Rhaenyra cannot afford to lose the Vale as an ally, because then she really has nothing.
Man, the Vale's her cousins.
Yeah, and Damon also murdered one of them niggas. So, murdered the heir to the Vale. So, let's not forget, they probably not too happy with her husband.
That was Runestone, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it's the same area. So,
Runestone, but it's in the Vale. I was like, is in the Vale. Yeah, heir to Runestone.
For sure. Yeah, that's a good point. But yeah, so we got a little bit of Reyna.
Placate her a little bit more than they are doing, and that might spell issues in the war if they lose the Vale.
That's real. There was a rumor going around about a potential storyline for Reyna. That could be possible, but I'm not smelling it.
I thought they was going to write her back in when they was, enlisting dragon riders, but they seem to say she tried and failed. So
yeah, it is like,
got a passing line to I was like, oh, never mind, she's out.
Yeah, they said she almost died last time. I was like, damn.
You know what's crazy though is they're doing all these dragon seeds and trying to get these dragon riders, but even if they were to tame a dragon, how effective can they really be? The second, third time riding a dragon into war against somebody. That's getting baptized by fire, literally.
Hey, it really
you gotta learn by doing.
It's irresponsible and incredibly privileged to be sending motherfuckers to go tame dragons just because you feel like you deserve something. But hey.
Hey man, do what you can. I'm like, hey, there's a lot of upside. You happen to be a nigga that rides a dragon? That's a lot of clout, right?
Hey.
That's the ultimate clout. That's the ultimate.
You want to talk about
a come up from a minor lord to a dragon rider?
As soon as you become a dragon rider, you're automatically and you have to be a major lord. Because I'll just burn your house down if I'm not.
Exactly.
Here, y'all want to keep talking about potential dragon riders, or y'all want to go to Vale and Corliss and then bounce back to the dragon riders?
Let's just talk dragon riders and we can circle back because we might have a little sidetrack on Corliss because there's probably more to get into on Corliss too.
Okay, all right. So this is one of the best parts of the whole thing. It's either called the sowing of the seeds. Some people call it the red sowing. That might be a bit more accurate, but they essentially, it's Jace's idea to go and go and find people who may have Valyrian blood and may be able to ride these dragons that they have just flying around and try to win this war. And so I think Jason's going to just go ahead and send out that mass email. Send out that listserv.
Auditions are open, brother.
Yeah, and it's time, man. So we about to get some new dragon riders. That's going to be fun. A lot of people are going to die. Hopefully.
Yes. Yes.
That's about right. A cannibal about to have a field day.
Hey, does anybody want to play Guess That Dragon Rider?
I already called one. I called it episode 2 or 1 when we saw it. I was like, Alan of Hull.
Okay, Big Al.
Alan of Hull, Sea Smoke. Let's go. We got it. What do they call bastards in the Valyrian? What do they call Valyrian?
It's the Crownlands. So I imagine it's rivers. Isn't that what it is?
Going to be.
Yeah, either rivers or waters.
Water. That was the one.
I think waters.
Waters
would be more fitting for the Valyrians, but
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how that.
I think rivers is Riverland.
Yeah, it's.
But Gendry.
Didn't we have this conversation?
What was Gendry? Gendry was fucking.
I thought Gendry was Gendry Rivers, but he was supposed to be from
Crownlands.
Yeah, he's supposed to be from King's Landing, so
Yeah, but Alice Rivers is from the Riverland, so
hey, it wouldn't be the first thing Dan and Dave messed up.
Very
like
true.
Alice Rivers is literally from the Riverlands. I'm pretty sure, like from the because the Stormlands is fucking Starks are snow. Man, we need to fucking we should have planned this better and pulled up.
I think the storm. See, what I thought it was, I thought the North was snow, the Riverlands was rivers, the Crownlands was waters, the Western Lands is, I want to say, hill. Actually, I
Yeah,
think
it's
that's what it's
Hill.
called. And then Dorne is sand, and then the Reach is
Flower?
hours.
Yeah, so yeah, there's rivers, water, pike, snow, sand, hill, and flowers. Yeah.
Interesting.
Little Game of Thrones knowledge for y'all motherfuckers. You're welcome.
Yeah, most of them make sense. Like snow, north, obviously. I think rivers, Riverland, Stormland, water. I was like flowers is obviously the fucking Tyrells and shit. So it makes sense. But yeah, I think that nigga. Let's go with Alan Water for
Alan Waters. I mean, I'm pretty sure they just go as of whole for the whole.
They might have just of whole for him, which
but
I ain't mad at. But
maybe we'll find out his last name. Maybe he's got an actual motherfucking last name, and
if you're a dragon rider, you got to claim that nigga, bro. If you ride on a dragon, that nigga is Alan Valyrian, bro.
Hey,
I'd have been like, bro, I ride a dragon. You want me attached to the house? Ain't nobody left. Who the fuck else you want?
Hey, that's a perfect segue.
Valyrian? Come on, bruh.
Hey, because Corliss has no one left, and he asked Bela, and him and Bela have an amazing conversation. It was a great scene. And he's like, "Hey, Bela, I would name you my heir." And she's like, "Hey, sir, I'm rocking with the white side of the family, playboy."
That was crazy way to phrase it. Yes, that is
Like,
it. She said,
break it down. That's what it was.
That's what she said.
She literally said, "Hey, I'm a big stable home where guys."
They got dragons over here.
That's crazy.
Fuck this
Damn,
cruise
Bela.
ship.
They're
Being
not
on the
like
shrimp
us,
boat
man,
with you, Grandpa.
They're not like us.
I'm fire and blood, not salt and sea, or not salt and sea.
See, yeah, that shit was hard. So, hey, man, if there was ever a time for some new niggas to step up and maybe be legitimized, I don't know, man. Go ahead.
And I was like, Alan and Adam, like, come on, go ahead, legitimize them. What the fuck? Hey, man, Rhaenys gone. I was like, and she was calling for it anyway.
Poor Rhaenys.
Poor Rhaenys, like R.I.P. Rhaenys, and I think Corliss, like, just dialing in on his character, like we get that amazing scene of him entering the Hall of Nine and just it being absolutely barren. He's lost his wife, he's lost both his children, like he's lost his brother. There's literally no one of note left in the Valyrian line, like that actually shares his blood.
And KP was happy about that last season.
Hey, I don't know if he was happy about it, but
because I knew that there was more black men on the way. Pause.
Hey, I was like, yeah. So now it's time to, it's time to sub in some cousins. But he is all of the true named ones are gone, and it was just like downright gut wrenching to see that when he sits in that chair and like sheds that one thug tear. I was like, damn, bro.
Hey, no, he snapped with that one.
That was like there were some great scenes that we got, like that one between the still with Caraxi.
I enjoy this episode.
Bela, Mike,
dialogue and exposition.
Like there were some great scenes, but that in terms of just a masterclass in acting, like get that nigga the Emmy right there off that alone.
Jeez, the Emmys. Jeez, for the 10 minutes off the bench. Okay, let's go.
Steve Toussaint, bro. Like he been
Sammy Thompson off 2 dribbles. Anything can happen.
Exactly, 2 dribbles and scored 60. Like let's put some respect on Corliss's name. That's all.
Hey, that's the new hand of the king.
Exactly. He stepped up. Now I was like, now I need to see that nigga on a ship, bro. Get the fuck out of the whole harbor, bro. Get on a fucking
Let's
ship
go.
and start doing some shit.
Hey,
If I don't get a sea battle, I'm about to be sick.
hey, between Rhaena, Vale, Corliss, Allen, and Jace, man, the black characters are stepping up.
We got Jay,
Of course.
big asterisk on Jace. That's
Jace
awesome.
Valerian?
I forgot he's taking
On some logic type shit. Yeah, okay.
They supposedly half black. If we team black, then Jace half black, bro.
Hey, if you think
We
of
are all turning a blind eye to that. Yeah.
Hey,
He's logic. All right,
yeah,
fine.
look at that young black boy treating with the phrase, man. Look at him.
The Blake Griffin of the family, sure.
nice.
All
That
right,
was
man.
crazy. I can't believe
I forgot Jason's black.
Yeah, you gotta be.
That's what's crazy. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
You got the curls going this season too. Stop playing with him.
I gave him Blake Griffin. Come on, right there.
Oh my god! Hey man, next episode is gonna be lit, man. I'm super excited. I can't wait to see these motherfuckers try to ride dragons.
This actually might be comedy.
That shit is, bro. Them niggas. Hey, bro. Fuck the sheep. Them niggas just about to eat on people, bro. They about to be well fed.
Facts. If there was ever a time for a new Braun to emerge, it's now. and trying to ride a dragon.
Facts.
I
need a funny nigga. I need a funny nigga on a dragon.
Yeah, that's how you come up. That's exactly how you fucking come up.
I feel like the next episode is going to be given like pros versus Joes vibes. You know, you know what I mean?
Joe's vibes, the good
extreme elimination challenge, like that shit. Like it's gonna be like some crazy shit.
Damn,
shout out to Average Joes, man.
Shout out to the Average Joes.
Shit, y'all got anything else for this amazing episode of television?
Nah, man, it was just good stuff, man. Damon needs to get his shit together, bro. Because right now I'm taking Aemond in 5, bro. Get your shit together, bro.
Literally, Cole done got his shit off. Aemond done got his shit off. Even Aegon done flew into battle for a little bit. Damon,
hey,
I need you to kill something. Need you to kill something. That's not Rhaenyra in your dream.
Exactly. Like, come on, bro. You killing a 17-year-old girl, bro?
Kill Alice Rivers. Fuck it.
She haunting you? Why not?
She haunting you, though. Oh, actually, no. That shit might get worse.
Yeah.
That shit's definitely getting worse. Never mind.
Yeah, that's the worst thing you can do.
All right, then. It's been a hell of a time talking about episode 5 with y'all boys. Until next week, y'all keep liking and subscribing and following and all that shit. We got the Bear Pod coming to you soon. We got the boys coming to you soon. We got Twisters. We got Deadpool versus Wolverine, or I think it's and Wolverine. They're together. And yeah, man, this should be a fun summer, man.
Yes, sir.
What do they say?
Yep. Until next time, keep on hating, keep on seeing. It's KP.
You are
Mikey Dimes.
We out.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Who was that at the end?
Said we out, man. That's it. We out. Just trying to give a little shock to the body. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
You did
man.
not stop the pod yet.